I want to ask you a question. How do you handle adversity? I want you to think about if you're 26 years old, imagine if you will, you can never go home again. Not to your house, not to your city, not to your country. Every possession you've ever owned has been taken from you. Every dime you've ever earned and your family has earned has been taken. And everyone you know and love has been murdered. How do you find a way to go on? Joe Rubinstein was that man.
My name is Nancy Geise. I'm an author and speaker dedicated to sharing the true story of a remarkable Holocaust survivor, Joe Rubinstein. Joe lost nearly everything a human being could lose. Yet he found a way to live a joy-filled life and to not let his future be defined by his past. I've been asked to share Joe's story around the world to audiences large and small and of all ages, including at the United States Library of Congress, at Joe's hometown of Radom, Poland, and to the staff and volunteers at the Auschwitz-Birkenau Memorial and Museum in Poland. When audiences hear Joe's story, they are moved to be like him and not to give in to despair, but instead choose joy. Hearing Joe's extraordinary story leaves audiences laughing, crying, and cheering.
I'm Joey Montoya Bose. I'm a Rotarian in Montrose, Colorado, as well as the Executive Director of Pure Kindness. And Nancy has such a gift. Sharing Joe's story was heart-touching, heart-wrenching. The end of the day, a story of adversity, living through it, and would highly recommend Nancy. She can speak to lots of audiences. And just thank you, Nancy, so much for sharing his story and for lifting a light inside of each of us.
Joe had a tattoo of his 34207 on his forearm, and he kept it covered always. But one day I saw a little portion of that tattoo peeking out from his sleeve, and I asked him about it, and he said it's from Auschwitz. This was 2007. And I said, well, Joe, could our daughter interview you for a history class that she was taking? And Joe said, never. I will never speak of it. In nearly 70 years, he hadn't told anyone his story. 5 years after I met Joe and asked him if our daughter could interview him for a history class, I was visiting back in Fort Collins because my parents had since moved into the retirement community. And I was driving down the street, and Joe's walking down the street, and I roll the car window down, and out of the blue he says to me, Nancy, I want to tell you my story.
We just had the event today, and I will tell you, I have never had so much positive feedback. Nancy is an incredible speaker, she's an incredible author. The way that she delivers the story is so powerful. Anybody who has a chance to see Nancy speak, I would highly recommend coming to see Nancy speak. One wonderful human being, amazing speaker.
After moving to the United States, Holocaust survivor Joe Rubinstein became one of the leading shoe designers in New York, designing some of the most expensive shoes in the world, worn by first ladies and movie stars alike. Joe's life story became an Amazon bestseller in Holocaust biographies and has received multiple national awards, including Audio Book of the Year in Colorado. People from countries worldwide continue to reach out, sharing the ways his life has impacted theirs, thanking him for showing them the way to courageously face their own challenges and sorrows, boldly and with hope.
He asked me to tell everyone, he said, love life, love God, love each other, because that's all there is. And truly, that's all there is. So on behalf of Joe, I want to say love life, love God, love each other. That's all there is. And be the babysitter. That's it. Thank you.